All right, let's say I am given a drone project and I have an address of a place I want to go fly, and I want to pinpoint that on our map, right? And, in QGIS, this is a little bit tricky. Like I don't know where addresses are on here. There is no place like in Google to kind of just type in the address and send me there. So what I like to do is use Google Earth Pro for this, and we'll run through that so I can kind of nail down a point, which is like my project location. So what I'll do is I'll go to Google Earth Pro, and here that is, and you probably have some familiarity with Google Earth Pro. It's widely used, and certainly a very useful tool because it has just data from around the world served up by Google, and it's quite useful. And they have this search bar here. So let's add in. Let's say we have a random. A random address, 10 Elm Street in I don't know, in Danvers, Mass. Why not? So we'll search there, and I have no idea what's around there, but let's just go with it. So here we are, 10 Elm Street. All right, this is good, right? That's fine. I'm still in Google Earth, but what if I want to get that over to this point over to QGIS so I can put my airspace maps over it and everything else? What I'm going to do is add a point or a place mark. This push pin thing here. So I'm going to go up here, click add place mark. I can adjust that, adjust the location of it first, put it right on there. And then you have this properties box here, and it's called untitled place mark. We'll just call this 10 Elm, and that's fine, right? So now it's over here in my places. I've added 10 Elm. What I'm going to do is go right click that, click Save Place As, and we'll put this on our desktop, and we're going to save it. We're going to save it as a KML file, not a KMZ, KML. So you have to switch this to KML and hit save. I just saved that onto my desktop. Normally I'd put it into my project folder to keep it there. And then I go back to QGIS, and I go to the Open Data Source Manager. I'm going to add this vector. It's a vector file. So I'm going to choose vector here. And the vector data set that I want to grab is that file that I just saved. So I'm going to go to desktop 10 Elm. There it is. I click on that. I click add, and then I click close. And it's then showing up here. Let me move that on top. We want to put our points on top usually. Where are you? There we go. And I'm not sure where it is, right? I still don't know where it is, but it's on my map now. So what I want to do is I'm going to right click this and go zoom to layer, and it's going to zoom me right into that point. So it's this square right here. If I double click that and go to symbology, I'm going to turn it into this red dot. Let's use a red diamond just so we can see it better. Change that to single symbol. There we go. And so single symbol, and there we have it. So now we can do things with it. If we want to label it, it's called 10 Elm. Excuse me. But that's a quick way of getting that project file and that location nailed down, and you have it saved as a KMZ. If you wanted to save it, this is more advanced, but as a shape file or as a layer in your geo package, probably more advanced stuff. You could do that and keep it all in one place, but in any event, make sure that KML file is in your project folder, and you'll be good. And now we can zoom in, and if I turn off my airspace stuff to get rid of that. Now adding the virtual Earth really kind of shows what we want. All right, so we don't really need the airspace because we're zoomed so far in, but we can go from there. And if we wanted to make it a layout, we could zoom in and zoom right to that. Hit this set map extent to match map canvas extent, right? So there we have it. We're zoomed into really, really close. Zoomed in, 1 to 8,000. We're in between our latitude and longitudes, but whatever. But that's fine. So there you go, right? So that's a quick way to add a project location in there. And you could even turn that dot off, and then once you have all your other data that you've created, that you can take that off, but now you're zoomed in. You can always zoom into that point very easily.